The time is now 6:02, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. Chair is seeking the adoption of the agenda. I'll let it get pulled up here so members can see it.
I move to adopt the agenda.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Is there any further discussion? All right, Ms. Waterman, if you could take roll call so we could take attendance as well.
Absolutely, and I would only ask the directors if they would say their name when they second so that I can capture that, just since we're virtual.
Understood.
Thank you. We will start with Director Brooks. Director Carter.
Aye.
Director Graves.
Aye.
Director Kendrick.
Aye.
Director McGee.
Aye.
Director Townsend.
Aye.
And Director Watry.
Aye.
We are here, all except for Mr. Brooks at this current time.
Okay. I'd like to move on to item 3.0, which is 3.1, which is our applause of Truman Elementary.
All right, good evening, everyone. In Ms. Womble's absence, I get the pleasure of spotlighting our applause students this month. Tonight, we celebrate 3 standout students from Truman Elementary, where Ms. Herrera is the proud principal. Our first student is Ayana Betts. She is a 5th grader in Ms. Howry's class. She has a bright smile that lights up any room she enters. Her intellect is inspiring, her creativity is shared with confidence, and her positive attitude is contagious. Ayana has been recognized twice as the weekly High Five winner for exemplifying good character. Has received the 2nd Quarter Library Award for sharing her love of reading. And as this year's Truman Spelling Bee winner, she also advanced to compete at the Clay Jackson County Spelling Bee. She is a part of an elite girls group at Truman called Shine, led by Mrs. Pettis Johnson, which is defined as smart, honest, inspiring, nice, and empowering. This will not be the last time Ayana Betts will shine. Let's give Ayana a huge applause.
Yay.
And I believe she may be on.
Is she on? Ayana, say hello to us so we can see you on this big screen.
I see her principal's here.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think she was able to be on this evening. They did have a family emergency and mother emailed me, but they're very honored, and I'll be sure to extend congratulations to her on your behalf.
Right.
Thank you.
Got some friends on here who are cheering her on as well. Our next 2 students were nominated by Mrs. Calapetro and Ms. Kirsch, coaches of the Truman's Lego League team, the RoboCats. They nominated for Quan Khan and Mateen Ali for this applause recognition. Both boys are in Mrs. Smith's 4th grade class and are self-described idea guys. Their Lego League team started out larger, but when several students moved away, for Quan and Mateen took over all of the responsibilities. They even planned and completed the team's big Lego League project. Both boys were at all 12 meetings and also did work outside of meeting time, showing great dedication and ingenuity. For Quan has been recognized as a High Five character recipient twice this year and received the 2nd Quarter Award for Outstanding Mathematician and Scientist. Mateen received the Outstanding Reading and Writing Award for 1st Quarter and exemplifies the character traits of a Truman Scholar each day. Quan and Mateen have exhibited strong work ethic, creativity, responsibility, and teamwork in LEGO League and beyond. Let's give Raquan and Mateen a large, huge applause.
Yay.
And I believe both boys are on with us tonight with their families.
Gentlemen, you want to say hello to us? Can you tell us a little bit about your adventure, how the experience was being in a Lego competition? What were the highlights? What did you like about it? What was challenging?
It was fun. I liked the part when we presented our stuff to the judges.
Was it,
What
was
about
it
you?
difficult?
Yeah.
Piece of cake, okay.
What about you, Mateen?
It was easy, and I liked the part where we presented and made the.
So you guys are really good with hitting those mute buttons.
Straight to the point.
Absolutely.
They're
Congratulations, you guys.
idea guys, right? They're not talkers, they're idea guys. They have the
Good
idea.
idea, guys. That's right.
Great work, you guys. We're glad to
Congratulations.
celebrate you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Hope to see you in school face to face soon.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's my cue. We had a lot of exciting news this month, so we couldn't limit applause just to one. So that was a great segue, Ms. Franklin and the Truman RoboCats. I have the pleasure tonight to ask you to help me celebrate our first LEGO League students in all of our elementary buildings. So all 7 elementaries have a LEGO League team for 3rd through 5th graders, which this is just our 2nd year doing it. So that's super exciting. They are posed a challenge question, and as part of the challenge, they then have to research that problem and come up with a solution. This year, they didn't get to play with the Legos because we were virtual too much, but they did have to present their final product last Saturday in a virtual live Q&A session with judges who don't work for the school district, so they're not biased at all. They're, in addition to the solution, they're looking for teamwork, they're looking for cooperation, and they're looking for students' communication skills. There were 3 awards given in our category, and 3 of our elementary schools won. So we swept the awards on Saturday, which is super awesome. Those schools were Compass Elementary, Ingalls Elementary, and Irvin Elementary took those 3 awards. And we put together just a short little video for you to see a snippet of what they accomplished. And then at the end, we've got several of them on the screen tonight. So I'll introduce them and let them say hello. Miss Christie or whoever's operating the Zoom, can you share the video? Hey, Christy, do you have sound?
Oh, we definitely need sound so we can hear.
Christy, are you able to play your sound? Otherwise, I can try.
Do you have it up, Miss Rowe? Maybe you could try while she's working behind the scenes, if you have it up already.
I do.
old, in the 5th grade, and attend Compass Elementary. My sister and I came up with the idea of a family dance challenge. We know the importance of getting families up and moving around. After speaking with our local coach, he told us exercises that we can do in and outside of our home. Even though we're learning virtually, we still need to get up and moving. Another part of living a healthy lifestyle and getting up and moving around is nutrition. We spoke to Chef Ebony Burney about a couple of healthy snacks that you can make with your family. Hi, I'm Ari. Hi, I'm Avery. And today we're going to be making a healthy snack. A few of the ingredients you're going to need is a whole banana, a half an apple, a handful of strawberries, and blueberries. You're also going to need 1 scoop of protein powder. You're going to need a little bit of oat milk. Next, we're going to be putting all the fruit in the cup. Now we're going to be putting in the protein powder and the oat milk. This looks so good. I know. It smells so good. I know. Okay, so I'm just going to fill it in right up to the blueberries. And I'm just going to put that in. There we go. Now let's blend it up.
Hello, my name is Olivia. Have you ever felt depressed or sad? We are trying to solve a problem to help motivate kids to be active enough in order to help prevent depression.
Hello, my name is Amani, and our solution to motivate kids to be more active in order to help prevent depression is a moving gym. The moving gym is a truck that will drive around the city to provide exercises and equipment for So you can see there's other components by the labels, and that's inside of the truck. And as you can see, there's a rocker. There's a
Hola, I'm Asia, and welcome to the 2021 Lego League Challenge with Team Irvin from Irvin Elementary School.
Let's meet the Irvin team. Asia Robinson, Avery Black, and myself, Irvin. Thank you.
I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed.
Our solution to people not being motivated to be active is just move. Just Move is a motivational app where people can be active and have fun at the same time. Through this app, you can pick your own motivational coach or trainer. Choose your coach or trainer from famous celebrities, professional athletes, artists, or favorite animals that motivate you to get moving.
All right, so that was super awesome. In addition to those 3, I just want to take a second to shout out all of our Lego League coaches. They devoted since October to work with their teams on the challenge question, and I'm super proud of them, and they did awesome. I know you want to hear from the kids though, so let me stop my share. And who do we have here today? I think I saw Ari and Avery from Compass. Can you say hello?
Hi.
And did I see Amani and Olivia from Ingalls?
Hi.
Hi. And then how about Irvin? Asia, Avery, or Irvin? Any of you?
Hi.
Yay. Can we give them a big round of Zoom applause?
Right.
You brought the other team.
Oh, can we ask a question, Miss Rowe?
Do it.
I would love to hear. So Ariana and Avery, are you twins? Or you just look pretty much alike?
Yes, sir. We are twins.
Oh my goodness. What kind of twins are you?
We're fraternal.
Oh,
And
wow.
we're awesome.
Oh, we can see that you're awesome. Thank you for sharing your all your wonderful photos and your videos and things like that. Are your parents there willing to say hello?
Yes, sir. This is our dad.
Hey, Dad, thanks. You've got wonderful young ladies there, young women there.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll pass it back to you, Ms. Rowe, if anybody else might have some other questions for other students as well.
I love the idea of the app. The app was an amazing idea. Shout out to my urban folks out there helping along. That's amazing, guys.
And President Watry, I have to share with you that the Breakthrough Award was not actually supposed to be for our category. It was supposed to be for just those in the robot game, but they felt so impressed by the Irvin presentation that they awarded them the Breakthrough Award. So props to them.
Congratulations. That's amazing, you guys.
Wonderful
Everybody
job.
did a wonderful job.
Wonderful. Yes, wonderful. And yes, share the app. That's a great idea.
All right, Lego League, awesome job. Thank you, students and parents.
Ms. Rowe, can I just clarify? I can't believe we won all 3 awards. Like, that's amazing. That's great that you did a blind testing there, so we didn't have any bias there. They just picked the best performers, and we came out on top. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Those kids had to get in a private Zoom session with a judge and do a live Q&A with no prep or no knowledge.
Wow.
3 judges. And their coaches couldn't even be on the screen. So
Oh, wow. So let me do a thank you to all our coaches too, because it wouldn't happen without them for sure, in terms of I know all the background work that they do. Congratulations, and look forward to next year. Defend your title.
yes. Okay, one more last but absolutely not least celebration that we want to recognize today is we have a congratulations in order for Corey Reagan, a 12th grader at Ruskin High School. Corey is the recipient of a $20,000 Dell scholarship. There are only 500 given nationwide. It is a prestigious award, and they are looking for individuals who show grit, potential, and ambition. And I would just share with you that Corey has an excellent 3.66 GPA. He has participated in engineering and computer science classes and has been a member of the Upward Bound program. So he has a very bright future, and I think I saw him and his family on the Zoom. So we would love to congratulate Corey.
Wow. Congratulations, Corey. You want to jump on the screen, and while you jump on the screen, can you share, what do you plan to do? You've got all this brain power. What do you plan to do with your talent next year going forward?
I want to get a degree in mechanical engineering.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Excellent. You know what? If my father was here, he'd be proud because he was an engineer. I know he wanted me to be an engineer, but I had to be an educator. So, so congratulations to you. Wow. Impressive. Were you surprised when you got the award?
I was surprised, and then at the same time, I kind of had a feeling, but.
Yeah, you knew you had it, right? You're like, yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. All right. Good stuff. I'm sure others will have questions as well.
Good job, Mr. Reagan. I'm pretty sure your father is pretty proud of you as well.
Congratulations.
Excellent work, Corey. Keep it up. Finish your senior year strong. And we're always here to support you, but you should feel very proud of yourself, and I know your family is very proud. Congratulations.
Let me ask Corey. Corey, you're the eldest recipient tonight. You're a senior. Any sort of advice or words for our young students that are on here today or watching? put you on the spot. This is what happens when you start being recognized, right? So any advice or any words of wisdom that you can share? How did you get to where you are?
I would just say like in high school, like you can't play around at all, and I would just try your best every year, and then so you can always keep your GPA up, and so when the scholarships come, it'll be easy, and you can meet the requirements. Yeah.
Excellent. That's pretty good for being put on the spot. You're a cool cat.
I just imagined that you had a little influence from I think the gentleman in the middle there in the checker shirt. Do you know him, the man to your right there?
Yeah.
You admit that that's him? That's
Yeah.
giving you a little help?
No.
We know how he feels about education. I think what you've done certainly indicates his interest in education, and it's right there at home. Congratulations again to both you and your dad. And the other gentleman to the right there, is that also a Reagan?
That's a Reagan, Alvin.
All right, okay. Reagan, okay. Congratulations to all three of you.
And his grandmother, Alvin, Amelia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there she is. Yep.
I know her too, yes. Good evening to you. Congratulations to all of you.
All right, thank
Congratulations.
you.
Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Corey.
All right.
Congratulations, you guys.
That was great. Thank you, Ms. Fro. Geez, our students are doing us proud, right?
Absolutely.
I
All
think
right.
That was it, Mr. Watry.
Okay. All right. Well, it would be hard to follow that up, but moving on to 4.1, audience comments. Public comment is open to any community member with a 2-minute limit. This agenda item is scheduled for 20 minutes per our policy. And just to ensure that we're following proper policy and procedure, I just want to remind the public that no minutes can be kind of deferred to any other person. Your 2 minutes are your own. Also, we have a list. So, Ms. Waterman, is there anyone who's signed up previously for audience comments?
At this time, we have nobody.
So I'd like to open it up for within, say, the next 2 minutes to allow anyone who would like to speak to state their name, so that we can make a list if you would like to give any audience comments.
Mr. President Watry.
Yes, sir.
This is Mr. Reagan.
All right, Mr. Reagan, I'll put you on the list. I'm gonna wait and give other people a chance to sign on first, but I got you down.
Thank you, sir.
I'll give it about 30 more seconds here. All right. I believe that we have one audience comment, and that is Mr. Reagan. Mr. Reagan, you have 2 minutes and you have the floor.
Thank you, President Watry and the Board of Education. I want to thank also Superintendent Y'all Big. I want to just thank the Hickman Middle School District for recognizing my child today. Not only just my child, but all you Hickman Middle School District kids today. We do appreciate everything that everybody is doing. Also, I don't think that the school district knows my son also was allotted $20,000 more. So that takes his grand total up to $45,000 for scholarships. Not only $45,000, he also has if he wants to, he has a full ride to Lincoln University if he wants to go. And if he wants to go, I encourage any student out there to check your HBCUs. There's plenty of money out there for you guys. There's plenty of scholarships out there for you all. So if your parents want to send you, they will make sure that you go. But I just want to take this time out with gratitude to thank Superintendent Yao Bing for looking at the consideration for my son and acknowledging him today, and also the rest of the students of the Hickman Mills School District, along with the Board of Education. And thank you, teachers at Ruskin. Thank the teachers at Ingalls. I want to thank the teachers over at, I'm not going to Smith Hale. I want to thank all the teachers that my son has had during the previous year. I don't want to leave anyone out, and anyone that has crossed their path, I want to thank you. I still have one more to go, but I have some more nieces and nephews there too. And so you'll see Mr. Reagan forever. So I thank you all. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Looking forward to it, Mr. Reagan. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Reagan.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, all right, we're moving on to superintendent's comments of 5.1, our Ready to Learn plan.
Yep, thank you. I'm going to get to the return to learn, but I do want to say thank you once again to all our parents out there who are supporting these wonderful students, and thanks for the kind words from Mr. Reagan. And I like how he kept saying, if he wants to, if he wants to. He's trying to send a message, right? You got a full ride. So it looks like, let's see if he wants to, if he wants to. So that was nice to see a little father and son interplay there on live camera. So, but let's get down to business. If you could open the return to learn. Wanted to give you an update update on our plan in terms of return to learn. So we're going to have staff give you, and it's just a brief sort of summary report, but just to let you know some of the things that we're talking about. Like today was a great day. We had our vaccine day today, where we had the opportunity to do an entire staff. So we'll speak about that, and that took a lot of work. So congratulations to Dr. Skinner and his team of nurses and other and custodial staff and everybody else that made the day very successful. We had the opportunity this week to start our entry into face-to-face with our pre-K to 3 students, and I'd say it's gone very successfully. Students were excited and engaged to be in schools, and it looks like things are progressing well. So with that, let me just follow the agenda in terms of the PowerPoint here. We're going to show some numbers, just let people know around the trends of the pandemic, both at the state level and at the county level, and also right here in our community, sort of validates why we continue to move to try to integrate our students into our buildings while still offering virtual options for those parents who wish to do so. And then we'll get to finally some specifics around the instruction piece in terms of how that's going, the plan. You've heard it before, but it doesn't hurt to be reminded of where we are and after this first week, the progress that we've had. So if you turn to the next slide, and I'll pass it over to Dr. Skinner to talk about the health updates.
Good evening, everyone. I will take you through the slide and kind of explain it. And we're going to start in the bottom right corner with the chart that says Missouri last 7 days. If you'll look, they'll see 3 columns. You'll see one column with the statistics from the January Board of Education meeting. You'll see the middle column with the February statistics, and then you'll see the far right column with statistics as of the beginning of this week on March 15th. And you can look at the number of cases in Missouri, how they work in, quote, the last week. And you'll see that back in January, 7 days worth was basically 24,000 cases. And of March, we're looking at less than 2,500 cases. The number of deaths has dropped dramatically from 64 all the way down to 6, and that's across the entire state. And if you look at the positivity rate, again, huge drop. Back in January, 7 days was 20.6%, and as of March 15th, it was 4.5%. Drastic reductions with everything going on across the state, and it seems to be working. If you go to the top right above that, the state has also been tracking students of school age, ages 5 through 19, that reside within the boundaries. And again, these students can be any students. even if they don't attend our schools. These are just students of school age that reside within the boundaries. And you'll see the top line is basically from February 15th, and you'll see kind of progressing it through the updates that were available as of, again, earlier this week on March the 15th. You can see that there was a total, if you can look at each column. The first column is going to be ages 5 through 9, the second 10 through 14, the next one 15 through 19, and the total where I kind of want to focus is going to be, it was 278 in middle of February, and now a month later it's 286, less than 10 students increase across the entire district.
Dr. Skinner, I hate to interrupt, but can we enlarge the screen just a bit, just so we can kind of see those numbers that you're talking about?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, please continue.
Oh, I just kind of need to get it back over so I can see it, let everybody see it. And so, they also track within the last 14 days how many cases, and you can see basically within the last, month, every 2 weeks, there's been less than 10 cases as well. In fact, if you notice again, that total, you'll see from 278 to 280, there were 2, 280 to 282, there were 2, 282 to 285, there were 3, and then again, 285 to 286, there was just 1. So again, very good progress, as far as limiting the number of cases within the district. And just kind of going over to the left, the Kansas City, Missouri dashboard, and you'll look at the vertical columns. And again, that is going from last May, if you look all the way to the current date. And I really kind of want to just focus on that last part because really that's where we're at. If you look at the peak of January 3rd, beginning of this year, again, the Missouri dashboard was at 1.8 thousand for the last couple of weeks. And again, it's a 2-week period. And then you'll see just as of March, it was down to 179. So we have been drastically declining the number of cases in Kansas City, which again is a little bit more local than just looking at the state. And if you scroll up just a little bit, we're not quite that far. Okay, there we go. If you'll look again, and I went back to December on this one because that's where it had kind of peaked. So the positivity rate toward the end of December was 33.7%. And you'll see as of February 28th, it had dropped to 10% in Kansas City. So a huge drop within 2.5 months. Actually 2 months because that was the end of February.
Thank you, Dr. Skinner.
If we want to go to the next slide. And I'm going to ask Mr. Weekly to go ahead and jump in a little bit here, talk about some of the PPE, but I did want to point out before he starts to talk that these are actual photos of our PPE. They're not just examples of some of the things we're using. They are exactly what we're using, with the exception of the one at the bottom right is an example, but everything as far as the mask, the safety first, the trifold shields, those are ones that we're actually using. And I'll let Mr. Weekly kind of take it from here.
Yeah, we obviously we had pre-K through 2 and elementary and middle school going first. So we have delivered all of this PPE to our schools within the last, like a week or two ago. Hand sanitizer, gloves, wipes, disposable masks, washable 2-ply mask, which is the mask you see on display here. And we bought enough for 2 masks for every student. And then of course we have the same we have Hickman Middle School District masks for that have our logo on it for the adults. They were also delivered. We have trifolds that we did, and those are pictured there on the right. And we also have face shields for every staff member. And if any of the special needs students need face shields too, we have those available as well. Our staff put all those together back in the fall and are ready and have all been delivered as well. We also shared some PPE items also with the Apple Bus Company, because that was also, a partner of ours that transport our students on a daily basis. So they also got disposable masks in case students forget their masks when they are at the bus stop or lose one at the bus stop. So before they get on, they're handed a mask before they get on, and so they have one during the ride as well. Things we talked a little bit about that. We did do face shields. If you can go back up to the next, thermometers to every classroom. So every teacher has a thermometer. We have, and then the washable logo mask, the Hickman Mills one is the one we gave to our adults. And we gave all that's listed there from the previous slide as well.
And I would like to point out also that, you know, in the past week, we had a gracious donation of trifold shields from the educational Hickman Mills National, the NEA, from Hickman Mills NEA.
The teachers union.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, slide.
And on this one, you know, this kind of shows a little bit about the vaccinations. You know, we started in February, and again, you know, as the phases and the tiers were released by the governor, you know, we actually go ahead and respond to those. And so on February 26th, we had a little under 150 people that had registered to go to the Lakewood Truman Medical Center and actually go ahead and get their first dose. And, you know, and then just those that were unable to make that one, right following by that, again, the city working together, Mayor Lucas had a COVID task force reach out to us, and there was another opportunity for still phase 1B tier 2 at the Linwood YMCA that next week. And I know several people took advantage of that. And today we had district wide, because now we're opening to phase 1B tier 3, which is the educators and the teachers and everybody associated with the schools. And so we held one today at Smith Hill, and it was the Pfizer. So we're, again, 21 days later on April 8th, we'll have the second one. We did have over 300 people submit their names for that. So again, and I will let you know, during this time, in anticipation, you probably heard a lot of the school districts following that second shot had taken the day off. So, we went through this and decided to make all three of these days virtual learning days so that, our students continue to learn, but the teachers won't need to report on those days. So again, when you look at the numbers, and these are just the ones that we know of, there's still a lot of our staff, that have gone on their own and gotten vaccinated. So, I again, just a guesstimate, I would say we're over 50% of our staff has been vaccinated. So we're very happy with that.
All right, and this last slide just really gives a snapshot of what we're planning to do as we continue our learning for the next 3 months, and then looking into the summer. And so for the most part, we're transitioning back into our schools and continuing our tier 1 instruction. So you'll see that across all of the months. And then you'll see that we will begin MAP testing here soon in April. We're also planning for summer school. So that's something else that's on the agenda. We're still having after school tutoring. We're still continuing with professional development, and still planning for the months ahead. And so if you look at May, we start talking about end of year activities and planning for the next school year, and also looking ahead to summer school. So just a snapshot of all the things that we're doing right now and planning to do as we wrap up the school year, because it doesn't stop, and we'll just continue forward, and looking forward to finishing up the year strong. And then this is just a graphic of the schedule for return. We've gone through this before, but it's just a reminder of what our schedule looks like while we're in our hybrid learning schedule right now. And so we just wanted to share another reminder of that.
Thank you. Thanks, staff, for doing that reminder. And just so people know, actually this afternoon, Governor Parsons just put out a memo opening up the next phases. So next week will be the next part 2, phase tier 2. And then the following week is tier 3, which is anybody else who hasn't, just the general public. So with that, we've actually been working with the city to have a site here in the community. And thanks to Director McGee, who had some information and some contacts at the city to contact us, we were able to start looking at some plans to hopefully have something for our community members out there. So Director McGee, thank you for that. And if you have any comments on that, please do share that at this time, I guess.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Were you asking, I'm sorry, Mr. Obin, were you asking Mr. McGee to say something?
No, I just thought if he had any
Oh,
comments,
yeah.
he wanted to, yeah, he could.
If I might, if I might, well, I don't want to, if he has something to say, I'll yield to him. Okay, I wanted to ask Dr. Skinner. Dr. Skinner, back in one of the slides where you said that some of the kids were not our kids, but were in our district. Did I hear that? Now you know where I'm going, don't you?
I do, and you did hear correct.
And so how do we know they were in our district but not in our school?
We don't. The state does not break that down for us. We just know that they reside within the Hickman Mills boundaries.
Okay, I'm just wondering whether there's any way that we can find out if they're in our boundaries, not in Hickman Mills.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Director Brooks. How can we target those students and
Yes.
talk about a transition back to our district, right?
That's right, yes.
So maybe that might be a good question. We can fish around. I know we do have some regular meetings with public health. I know there'll be some FOIA or privacy acts around that, but maybe they can help us in terms of identifying students who are in our district that need the opportunity to come to our district as well.
Yeah, yeah. And remind us, let us remind ourselves of what the demographic report showed. The demographic report showed that about 30% of the students that should be in the district or live in the district but don't go to our school, and that's a pretty good number of times attendance.
Right. So that's a good opportunity for us for market share then.
Thank you.
President Watry, I just have one question for Dr. Skinner.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Skinner, are we working with like Kelly Services to make sure that our substitute teachers have access to getting vaccinations or anything like that?
Yes, ma'am. We extended this to all of our partners. We allowed Kelly Services subs. We allowed nurses subs. We allowed Apple bus drivers. We allowed Link workers. So we allowed all of our partners to take and participate in this opportunity.
Okay, great. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Any additional comments or questions from board members? All right.
Nope. Well, with that, then I will wrap up and say thank you to everyone. And yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. So anybody out there who's recognizing, celebrating St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's. I know there's an Irish saying, but I don't want to say it because I'll mess it up on here. And I wore my green yesterday. I wore it today too. And for those of you who know, when you wear your green, leprechauns can't find you because leprechauns will give you a pinch, right? So hopefully you may not get pinched during this time period. Thank you, the President Watry. That's it for me, and we can move on.
All right. All right, moving on to item 6.1, which is the approval of the 2021-22 health and dental insurance premiums.
Good evening, board.
Good evening.
I can share if you'd like me to. I have the PowerPoint pulled up. Okay. Oh, I can't see. Sorry, I'm trying to start the slide. There we go.
If you look in the top right corner where it says present, you can start the slides that way too. Right next to the share button.
All right, thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Struggling.
I understand. A little bit lower.
There we go. Okay,
not that
there
one.
we go.
Not that one.
Up, I'm sharing.
Yep. It's okay.
I apologize. This one.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Okay, thank you, Mr. Watry.
Of course.
Okay, so this is the presentation for our 21-22 health and dental insurance premiums. So the original increase that was requested by Cigna was a 21.7% increase. If we had kept our plan designs the same, and I don't know if you're familiar, but we had 3 HSA accounts and 1 open access account. So we looked at all the different options with our broker and Holmes Murphy, and to find a way to bring the cost down, and both for the district and the employees. So we changed the plan designs for 3 of the 4 plans we have, and we currently brought the requested 15.7% for the maximum down to 12% because the district can set their own premiums. So this increase is based on the information provided by the broker, and the expectation is the district will not reach the maximum amount of aggregate insurance. So, which would be the 15.7%. And then the Delta Dental Insurance proposal is a 2.5% decrease to premiums for both the district and employee side based on the amount of claims in the current school year. So this is the Cigna self-insurance. You'll see the current maximum plan cost was $7.8 million. The 21-22 maximum plan cost is $9 million. So the projected maximum cost to the district is $1.2 million, that above what we were paying for this school year. So, but the recommendation of 12%, the district would pick up 7.74% of the 12%, which would cost the district $524,000, and the employee portion would increase by 4.26, which is $288,000, for a total increase of $813,203. So the current, for Delta Dental, the current expected premium cost is $456. The 21-22 projected premium cost is $444, for a savings of $11,401. The current per employee cost per month is $25.20, and next year it'll be $24.57. So the recommendation is a 12% increase for the 21-22 health insurance premiums and a decrease of 2.5% for the Delta Dental Insurance premiums, with a total cost of the budget of $513,000, which is a decrease to the fund balance of 0.68%. So the premiums for each are attached to an ESB if you wanted to take a look at those. And the superintendent recommends approval of the 21-22 health and dental insurance proposal. Are there any questions for me?
Do board members have any questions?
No.
If there's no further question, if there's no questions, chair is seeking a motion.
I move that we accept the superintendent's recommendation to approve the 21-22 health and dental insurance proposal.
Second.
Been moved in second. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's call it to a vote. Mr. Brooks?
Aye.
Ms. Carter?
Aye.
Ms. Kendrick?
Aye.
Mr. Townsend?
Aye.
Mr. McGee? I believe Ms. Graves said that she would be gone. Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0.
Thank you, board.
Thank you, Ms. Wiltsey.
Unshare here real quick. All right.
All right, moving on to item 6.2, bond update.
Thank you, Mr. Watry. Tonight's going to be kind of a quick one. Things have not changed since the last board meeting in February. This is kind of the work time of the bond projects. We had bids that are out and have been out for 3 to 4 to 5 weeks now, and we actually open bids tomorrow, and Marquise will speak to that in just a moment. But this is kind of the quiet time, so It'll be a quick update, and then we'll have a whole lot more for you next month. Justin Durham's here with Hollis and Miller. Justin, do you have any comments?
No comments from the architectural team. Like Dan said, no real updates. It's in Marquise's hands now for the bidding. So hope for good numbers tomorrow.
Marquise, go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So what we see here, I think last month you saw that we were going to bid on March 2nd. There's just a high volume of projects out there right now, and we had some subcontractors ask for a little bit more time. And so we thought that that was going to be beneficial to the district, and I decided to push the bid date to tomorrow to collect those bids. Ruskin, we're bidding on April 8th, which is our original date, and that should not change. We actually had pretty good turnout today for our pre-bid site walk, and we're starting to receive questions and things like that that we can work through for those contractors. Next slide, please. Everything else that you'll see tonight is the same. I think I mentioned last month that I'll continue to show you those slides just so that you can see where our baseline was, and as we move forward, I'll update it. So nothing's changed here with the fall project that we did with the asphalt. We did clear a couple of things off of the punch list over the last week or so. And so we had a big patch area that we needed to do over at the Hickman campus on the Millennial side, and we got that done. And then we got all the gate latches and things in as well. So this is what's remaining. Hopefully when the weather turns, we'll be able to get back out quickly and get this buttoned up for you. Next, please. We're still same spot with MBE, WBE participation and availability of contractors. Tomorrow we will see what those contractors do, but nothing has changed here either. And we're still, again, sitting in the overall percentage of where we were. So does anyone have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. Mr. President, if I might ask.
Yes, sir.
Can tomorrow's bidding, is that for the GCs or the MBWBEs or both?
It's all scopes. So your universal will change to your general contractor once construction starts. And so right now we're bidding for all subcontractors to get in and do the work.
And so, oh, I see. So, and they're bidding to Universal?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, okay. And then, so is Ruskin the only one that's out there that we're bidding on? Are there other contracts in any other schools?
So we have we have Dobbs, Irvin, Ingalls, Warford, Compass, and Burke is what we're bidding tomorrow. And then Ruskin is next month.
I see, okay. And all those are bidding to Universal?
Yes, sir.
As a GC?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Marquis, is Truman on the second? I didn't hear Truman. I know I probably, even at our last meeting, brought this up, but I'm just kind of trying to see where Truman is at on the schedule for bid.
Right now, I don't have design for Truman at this particular point on the first round.
Justin can answer that one.
Yeah,
Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. So Truman and well, Truman was designated as a summer school site for this summer, so we will not be doing any work at Truman this summer. And we'll be looking at Truman either next summer or the year after, depending on sites that are available for summer school. So it is still on our list, and it will be completed in the next round of work or the following year. So we're still working on summer school schedules with Mr. Weekly and the school district on how that will play out.
Okay, just I didn't want it to sound like I have a short-term memory or anything like that. I just want to continue to just make sure if I don't hear a name, I want to just get an update on it too.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if-
Millennium and
Yes, sir.
Millennium and Truman are the only two elementaries that we did not do work at for
Right.
this first go around, and that was because we needed those sites for summer school sites. So
We'll be, if you'll remember, Mr. Watcher, we had a 3-phase process to this. We're hoping to push it to 2. That was kind of the reason why we did some of this fall work, because obviously the sooner we get it done, the better the pricing. So we tried to push it. We planned for 3 years and we're hoping to get all the schools done in 2. That's kind of the hope. So we're hoping next summer we'll be able to complete everything, but we're holding out that in case we need another summer, we have it. So.
Okay. Any further comments or inquiries from any other board members? Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Marquise. I believe I saw Ms. McCall in here too. Thank you as well. All right. With that being said, we'll keep pushing ahead to consent items. If the board has been able to review these consent items, chair is seeking a motion for approval of these consent items.
I have a question, Mr. Watchery, about one of the consent items. And
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
It's the approval. I'd like to talk about the approval of the BIST agreement for the 21-22 school year.
Okay.
Should I acted you prior to pull that out? Or?
Yeah, we should have done that at the beginning when you approved the agenda. That's when it has to be pulled out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can make a comment.
Yeah, because that's when President Watcher, maybe we do a reminder at the beginning of the agendas, because that's when board members have the opportunity to pull it out, and then we can make that.
Yeah, I had to jump off, and I wanted to address that. Is it possible just to make a comment, even though it doesn't matter one way or another?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
do we just have to let it go?
I think if the president wishes to, you can still have comment, but really, it's just up for
vote.
You can do the vote.
let it
I would
go.
say do your recommendation, do your vote, and then any other comments at the end. People may, if you want to do that, President
Okay.
Walker.
Okay, so let's do that. So chair is seeking a motion for the approval of the consent items.
So moved, Mr. President.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved to second. Let's call it to a vote. Ms. Graves? Ms. Carter?
Aye.
Mr. Brooks?
Aye.
Mrs. Kendrick?
Aye.
Mr. McGee? Mr. Townsend?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 6-0. Ms. Graves, you had comment?
Just a quick comment, and I know nothing can be done about it at this point. I was concerned about and this is something that I had said even last year, I was concerned about the cultural relevance of the BIS program. And I know for the past 6 years, I've never seen anybody when we are, doing contract, be in the audience to, give updates. So that was, and it's my mistake that I did not address that, because I kept thinking about that all day, how I wanted to address that. It's just how culturally relevant that program is. And I know that they don't have any people of color coordinators that are out in the schools. And about 15 years ago, I was in Grandview. And so that was just a concern I have, because so that's it. It's not anything we can do about it, but, just concerned about how relevant that program is. And is it really effective, or are we just used to approving it again? But, maybe we'll come back next year and talk about it again. So that's all, just a comment. Thank you, Mr. Watchery.
No problem.
Can I do a quick response, Mr. Watchery?
Yes, sir, please do.
Thank you, Ms. Graves, for bringing that to attention. I will share that information with Ms. Franklin to look at in terms of review for programming for next. So we'll keep that on our radar in terms of that piece. Thank you.
Mr. President, if I might just, if I
Yes,
might,
sir.
I think Ms. Graves has a genuine concern. I wish we had pulled that out before, because I think it would have been good for us to have from this particular program, what is the makeup of the organization in terms of its personalities. Do they have an affirmative action program? How many employees do they have across the board that they would come under the scrutiny of affirmative action? And I think that's something, even though we've approved it, that certainly the superintendent or Ms. Franklin can make those inquiries and report it to the board at the next meeting, because that would give.
I can actually speak to that if you would like for me to, Mr. O'Bean.
That it's not really a point of order, but it's up to the pleasure of the
Yeah,
board.
absolutely.
Because I would say that I can always have a conversation with Ms. Franklin. She can always come back and put that on as an agenda item.
What I would suggest is that if it is something that we can discuss, we do have a working session the following week. We can add it as an agenda item so it can be discussed thoroughly.
Absolutely.
We could do that. So then that'll give Ms. Franklin an opportunity to give you a robust overview of what's actually happening within the program.
And it'll also give board members a chance to kind of review, look up and just kind of give more of an analytical response as far as the reviews and the availability they have to look over this program as well. So thank you for that.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to agenda item 8.0, which is to recess our open session and go into closed session 610.02113 and 13 RSMO. The chair is seeking a motion.
All right, I move that we go in recess, open session, and go into closed session pursuant to revised Missouri statutes 610.2113 and 13.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Is there any discussion? All right, if there is no discussion, we will call it to a vote. Mr. Brooks?
Aye.
Mrs. Graves?
Aye.
Mrs. Kendrick?
Aye.
Ms. Carter?
Aye.
Mr. Townsend?
Aye.
Mr. McGee? Chair votes aye. Motion carries 6-0. We will now go into closed session. We will convene in open session. For those of you who are on tonight, if you don't log on by the time that we do, we hope you guys have a good night and hope to see you soon. Stay safe, wear a mask.